Yo guys, welcome back to the Transfer Daily YouTube channel where we bring you all of the latest news from the transfer market. So, obviously we didn't have an upload yesterday, so I am going to give you transfer updates from yesterday and today. So we've got quite a few stories to go through today. And we're going to start off with one that we've already talked about, and that is Chelsea youngster Joshua Askimpong. Young right back, very talented. Chelsea rate him highly, as we said before. And now that contract extension is made official, and it is a new 5-year deal, which takes it up to the summer of 2029. So his current contract was set to expire in 2026. We know he was frozen out of the Chelsea squad, but then brought back into the squad. And now he has signed the new contract official, and the 18-year-old set to have a bright future at Chelsea. So, next up, we're going to be talking about a left-back from playing in South America, playing for Lanús, and it is Julio Soler. So, he's been highly talked about in the world and linked with quite a few clubs, Liverpool, Bournemouth. And what we can say on Julio Soler is that Bournemouth have opened negotiations for Julio Soler, for the player, as he seems as a big talent, the left back. Apparently, from sources that have been told, Lanús is aware of an offer that has been put forward to them. I'm not 100% sure on if an offer has been sent to the South American side. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But the idea from Julio Soler and Lanús is a mutual understanding is getting put out there that he will be moving to the Premier League in the winter transfer window. So make sure to keep an eye. What does this mean for Milos Kerkez, with Manchester United and Liverpool both interested in him? I'm not sure if this means he's leaving or not. I'd presume probably not, because to get Kerkez out of Bournemouth in January is a tough deal to do. But this just could be a signing from Bournemouth due to the fact he is a very highly rated target in Europe, and he could be succession planning for when Kerkez eventually leaves the club. So, sticking on the thought of left backs, and we are going to be talking about Nuno Mendes. So he's been linked to Manchester United recently, and what I can say on the Manchester United links is he is seen as perfect for Ruben Amorim's system. We also know that Nuno Mendes used to play for Sporting Lisbon, which could potentially be a thing, but Manchester United are looking at many left back options. You've got Gutierrez from Girona, Nuno Mendes, Alphonso Davies, you've got Milos Kerkez, many options Manchester United are looking at, because they feel like a big place where they need to improve is in that left wing back role under Ruben Amorim's system. From Nuno Mendes, he's fully focused on PSG at the moment, and from what I've been told, Nuno Mendes is still expected to sign a new contract at PSG until 2029, which is already very advanced to happening after PSG recently signing players down to new contracts, Vitinha and others. So Nuno Mendes still expected to sign an extension at PSG, but he is a name on the list for Manchester United, and he has seen as the perfect profile for the system. So now we're going to be talking about the Florian Wirtz race, and obviously many teams interested. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid thought was an option. Real Madrid a bit more of an unrealistic. The appreciation's there from Real Madrid, but the fee is too high after Bayer Leverkusen would want around 150 million euros for Florian Wirtz next summer if a deal was to happen. And due to this, Florian Wirtz, really not a lot of options there. So he is close to now extending his contract at Bayer Leverkusen. The agreement is very close for him to stay. This also means Xabi Alonso is also likely to stay. Still some details to be sorted out, but the contract renewal, as I've just said, is very close. the new agreement to extend the contract will mean Florian Wirtz will more than likely stay at least this is until the World Cup 2026. So at the moment, I don't have information on how long the renewal's set to be or anything like this, but 2026 World Cup is expected to be playing at Bayer Leverkusen after this new contract extension takes place, which is very close to being agreed. So next up, we're going to be talking about Sandro Tonali, and obviously this week there's been a lot of reports coming out of Italy from certain places there about Tonali being unhappy at Newcastle and this sort of thing, and he has been at the centre of the transfer market rumours this week. And at the moment, there are no plans for a January transfer of Sandro Tonali. Juventus might be interested in the player, something like that, but it's unrealistic to happen, so I would rule that out. And Tonali is currently only thinking about Newcastle United and not thinking about returning to Italy anytime soon. As we know, when he first signed, that it was kind of regarded that he didn't want to join, but he is fully focused on Newcastle. He scored 2 goals for them last night, and for Eddie Howe and Newcastle, he's seen as an important player for them. So I would say these reports are coming out of Italy because he is obviously very liked in Italy, and I would say it's more of the Italian media trying to facilitate a move maybe, or put pressure, the same as they have done with Federico Chiesa in recent weeks, when no deal will happen for Chiesa, just like it won't for Tonali anytime soon anyway. So now we're going to talk about Gift Orban, and a few seasons ago, seen as one of the best young prospects coming up as a striker whilst he was at Ghent, and obviously big moves in the future was said for him, and then he went and moved to Lyon, and the move hasn't really worked out so far. And as we know, Lyon's current transfer ban means that they're going to have to sell players in January. Few players linked. We've already talked about Nuama, the right winger, the Ghanaian. Gift Orban, now we're going to be talking about Ryan Cherky, also another name out there. And Hoffenheim are in advanced talk to sign Gift Orban as new striker from Olympique Lyon. And from sources, the agreement is considered close as their most concrete team working on a deal with Lyon. Hoffenheim, as we know, are looking for a new striker in the January transfer market after they feel like they're a bit thin in the striker department, and Gift Orban is a player who they are pushing for. And negotiations are underway as I've just said, Lyon are set to sell quite a few players in the January market. So now we're going to talk about Chelsea and the goalkeeper situation there. So obviously a lot of people don't think Robert Sanchez is good enough for Chelsea at the moment, and are Chelsea in the market for a new goalkeeper? Currently, I don't think so, but maybe if an opportunity arises, and an opportunity could be Gregor Kobel next summer from Borussia Dortmund. In January will definitely not happen. His contract runs until 2028, and Kobel is fully focused on Borussia Dortmund at the moment. As we know, he is frustrated at the current situation that Dortmund are in, as he wants to be fighting for trophies every season, and currently he doesn't feel like that will happen, which has led to some frustration from the Swiss goalkeeper. And Chelsea are long-term admirers of Gregor Kobel. They were interested in him a few seasons ago, and that interest hasn't gone. But at the moment, Gregor Kobel isn't seen as a player who's an option on the market. This could change next summer, and Chelsea could jump at the opportunity. But as we know, in the summer, Chelsea have quite a few goalkeepers, and Philip Jorgensen, who they signed from Villarreal, Chelsea do have a lot of belief in Jorgensen, and they do believe that in the future he will become one of the best goalkeepers in the future, that is. So Gregor Kobel links do have some substance to it, but are not concrete. So last up is Miguel Almiron, and we know Newcastle United are looking at a new right winger. This has been a priority now for quite a while. Last summer, the priority was a new centre-back. They didn't manage to bring one in. also a new right winger, and Miguel Almiron also was on the transfer list last summer. And Charlotte FC obviously put a bid in for around 10 million, and this was rejected. But Charlotte FC have remained in talks to sign Miguel Almiron from Newcastle United in the winter transfer market. So the interest hasn't gone, but no deal at the moment is advanced, but talks have continued after that summer transfer never came together. And a package around $10 million, I think this is, including add-ons, would likely get it done in the winter, despite Newcastle wanting around $20 million for Miguel Almiron in the summer. So Newcastle are open to the exit. We already know that. We know that since last summer. And also a move is now more likely for a cheaper fee, and Charlotte FC are in the race and definitely the preferred destination at the moment. It looks likely that he will move to Charlotte FC if Charlotte FC do give the same bid as what he did in the summer. So that is it from me. Just an update from the last few days in the transfer market. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.